Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
And welcome to
The Gabfest.
Woo! I'll scream for myself today. Welcome to the Gabfest, guys. And it is the first Friday of the month, which equals First Fridays with Jess.
Woo, woo, woo. So excited.
Yeah.
Woo.
So we have a lot to be speaking about. You did try. I can
what's
hear
that song?
music.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see Clayton is here.
It's a vibe, guys. It's Friday.
It's Friday night. I don't know the
You
rest
want
of
a
the
singing
words.
vibe today?
Yes.
feeling
And I
about
love this
this?
song.
I don't know how I'm feeling about it.
About what?
The song. Isn't it Beyonce's new song?
Yes.
I
Honestly,
didn't even
I
know
didn't
that.
know that. I saw everybody's
Break
vibing
my
and
soul.
going on about Beyonce's new song, Beyonce's new. Never heard it, didn't try to hear it. So
Now you know.
Thank you for allowing us to join the club. We're here now, 2022.
2022. Okay, so today we are doing a whole get to know us segment.
It's about damn time.
So it was
been long enough.
it was initiated by us always wanting to have like at least a segment of a game on first Fridays when Jesse's here. So I thought before we introduce the game to every other first Friday, let's make a whole show about the get to know us. And I'm sure every time people are watching, there is sometimes when you're watching and you question, I wonder what she does. Ooh,
Yeah.
I wonder
What she's like.
I wonder.
you.
wonder.
Yeah,
guys,
and I also
so
feel
yes.
like sometimes when you learn about someone, there's like this connection that grows.
It's a connection that goes,
Yeah.
And for me personally, I don't like I always say on the show, I don't like Instagram and people that have the whole reality thingies on YouTube. What's it? The vlogs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, oh, this person is so cool. But then when you see their personality, you're like, oh, I don't like you anymore.
Wow.
So this can go both ways. It can go both ways.
But guys, it's important to remember to just always remain to be you. Okay,
Yes, be
regardless.
you.
No, you're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. Just be you.
Just be you.
Sorry.
So, thanks, Jess, for coming to another First Fridays.
My pleasure.
She's so
Every
faithful
time.
with this First Friday, and I am so happy
Every-
because we're already 6 months in and you are still faithful.
Oh, guys. But where else would I want to be on midday on a Friday, on the first Friday?
It's a whole
Aye.
party vibe out here.
It's a vibe.
I feel like we need our champagne again from the other day.
Yeah. We do need to do a young
Do
6
fun.
months. I mean, we're 6 months into it. I think we can do a half year, like a half a cake kind of celebration. So.
Half a cake.
Yeah, let's do that. We are a week
I'm into
late,
that.
but we can do that.
A week late. No, but not really because we only started in Feb.
Okay, so it is our 6 months. We can do our half cake. We can do a little bit of a photo shoot, a
Just
baby
for-
shoot.
A baby shoot. So we are doing a get to know you. So hi everybody, yet again. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good at you.
You
I'm
a
so happy to be
stranger.
here.
Welcome
I feel
back.
so happy, and I just, I don't even know where to start. I feel like so much has changed in my life since the last time I was here. And
wow.
yeah.
We want to know.
So now we want to know.
We will catch up. It's
all
a
in due
tea
time.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, things are good. And I was away for a good reason, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Got to expand on those business skills. I wasn't just taking a vacation.
Yeah, she
So,
It's a whole
leaving us.
empowerment.
yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I was
But I'm
worried,
very
though.
happy to be back.
That's good.
And I really like that video you guys had on Instagram for the sad faces. I love that.
Oh, that's how we felt. Ax, how was your week? How was your day? How was your whatever you want to say?
Like, according to me, it's still like Monday or Tuesday because my week has just been rolling into one. And when I woke up this morning, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's Friday and it's it's the first. So there's just so much happening, with work and department, getting everything ready,
Holidays.
Don't even mention that. I'm just really trying to balance it because, last week, Monday, I woke up and I'm like, I should ask the teacher, like, when school holidays, bam, she sends me the message that day, guys, this Friday is the last pajama day for 3 weeks. I'm like,
Yo.
I'm traumatized, guys. The adjustment is real. I think the adjustment is for me as a parent. So I don't know, because this is the first time they get a holiday. Like they've never had holidays in their life, so we were spoiled. Now, guys, pray for me. Pray for me.
Holidays. Jace, how was your week?
My week has been quite busy, but the thing that just took the punch for me out of this week was just load shedding, because I'm not good at creating a schedule for like then a stage 2, then a stage 6, then a stage 4 in the same day.
And it's stage 4 while your load shedding is on. You're thinking, okay, 4 o'clock it's going on, and then like 30 minutes before it's supposed to go on, stage 6 only coming on 8 o'clock.
And you know, like we shouldn't be asking guys what's the schedule for load shedding. We should be asking what's the schedule for when the lights are actually
I know,
on.
yes.
You're onto something.
Like,
You're
really?
onto something.
We saw this meme in the week and I thought it was so crap funny because it's, you know, the Republic of South Africa. Now we're just in the Republic of City Krach af.
Yeah, I saw that. Sorry, Krach.
You know, it was crap funny. I'm like, is this our reality? Like, you know, you don't even get stage 2 anymore. Like, it's just between stage 4 and stage 6. Like,
Waiting for stage 8.
yeah, you
and
know,
then-
and we're like, if it just by accident happens to touch on stage 2, we're like, yo, back to normal. It's not normal.
On Monday, we didn't have water and we didn't have electricity. So at that point, my husband was like, at this point, South Africa must just come take the food out of our fridge, because actually, what are we doing?
What
And you
are
know,
we doing?
your food goes off so fast with
Yeah.
this load shedding.
So,
I just stopped
technically-
buying meat.
Technically, South Africa's onto that one already, you know, because the food is going off.
It's so expensive.
You know, the technically,
I
'cause
saw a
everything's
meme
going
that
up.
said, I
Yeah.
saw a meme that said, at the rate, no, it wasn't a meme, it was your status
Yeah.
or something.
What
Were
did I
you
say?
saying it? At the rate South Africa is going, petrol, food,
Yes,
electricity,
they're all
and water,
becoming
it's all
luxuries.
luxury.
Yeah.
So if you average what's happening to you. But anyway, yeah.
Guys, let's not speak about
we
politics.
try.
Let's go back to us. This is about us, guys.
We move. We carry on moving. My week was actually really interesting. Obviously, it's like school holidays. Scarlett has always been into mukbangs, right? But I'm telling you, this girl has done this whole holiday schedule for herself. When we wake up, by the time I get up, she's washed and dressed ready to go to holiday school.
That's so cute.
And it's cute, yeah, but you know, you just want to lay at least 10 minutes and then she
Oh,
says,
you have
but
to
I'm
follow
bored.
that.
Yes.
It's the
There's
I'm
a
bored that
teacher.
kills.
I'm teacher mom now, okay?
Okay.
So I'm teacher mom, and for breakfast and lunchtime, we have a mukbang. But now here's the problem.
say
Sorry,
mukbang,
sorry.
or like
What
a-
is a mukbang?
Mukbang is that when you sit
You
with
watch
the whole
people eat.
table and you watch people eat. So
Okay.
And
now
all you hear
Yeah, no, I can't.
yeah,
I
I hate
cannot.
that.
and I can't do it. But luckily, I don't have that thing that does the ASMR.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have that, whatever it is that creates that sound, the mic or whatever. But my budget is slowly doing this because every day's mukbang the price is growing more and more, and she's telling us what to get.
What kind of
So-
stuff does she have?
So on Wednesday, like the other mornings, it was normal breakfast, and I just put the thing on and let her record herself. So it wasn't that interesting. But then now, Wednesday, she wanted a real mukbang where everything she eats is red and everything I eat must be brown because brown is mommy's favorite color.
Okay.
So we went shopping, and she even chose the extra hot noodles because it was in red, the ramen. So we had sushi, we had ramen, we had dumplings, we had...
the child has an appetite. Like
Every single
I said it
thing.
all.
I
Like,
literally ate my udon noodles, and then after that she was like, I said, baby, I'm so full, I can't carry on. She's like, then it's not a mukbang. And she started crying, and I was like, Lord, give me the tummy because I do not
keep the
know.
peace.
This 3 weeks need to pass with this eating because I am feeling my size slowly going with mukbangs. But I'm happy she's tasting everything. She finishes the dumplings, she finished the sushi, she finished the noodles, as spicy as it was. She just carried on drinking after every... But we are getting there for her to taste every kind of food on earth. Because this girl now wants fried chicken and she wants... But we'll get there. We'll get
At
there.
least she's not a fussy eater.
Yeah.
It's because she wants to make a video. She records herself eating this all the time.
I think I should try that with Eva because I'm done with wheat bix and bread. Just putting it out there. Guys.
Okay, so today we are doing the Get to Know Us, right? So before we get into the game side of things, we do have a few questions. There is one question you are actually going to, because I still, even though I wrote down the question, I don't really know the answer as yet. So I'll ask the question now, but like maybe 3 questions down, we can answer it so that it is in your
scared.
mind of a thought. Okay, so the one question, this one that you might not be able to get right now in the moment without thinking, is who is the person you're admiring at the moment, famous or not? And what is the reason for you
Yeah, no.
admiring
You should have
them?
texted us that yesterday.
Yeah, or last week.
But then you should know who you're looking up to at the moment. So just think about it for a while as we go on to the next next
Okay.
question, okay? So as women, you know, there are days, do you know the way I struggle with this I can't say the word fast, so I'm gonna say it.
We got all the time.
Okay. Do phonics.
So you as a woman, right, there's times you feel really good about yourself, and then there's times you're like, I just can't do it, okay?
Yeah.
So you as a woman, when do you feel most undesirable, and why is that? When you feel like I don't feel like anybody can desire anything about me now. Mainly maybe looks, or it can be your personality or anything like
Just really
that.
has to do with your cycle or my cycle.
Good point.
So there's times before or after the night, like I feel like I'm on top of the world, you know, and then
So for me, the time I feel really most undesirable is when I don't know what to do with my hair. Like I explained last week, a hair is a big thing, and many people say, yeah, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. But I feel at my most, how can my husband find me attractive if I don't know what's happening here? Kind of a thing. And then you wake up in the morning, you didn't brush your teeth, so now you're seeing the teeth, you're smelling the mouth and looking at the hair, and
I woke up like this.
I woke up like this. I think that's the one time I'm like, how can you ever find me sexy in this moment? And it's something that bothers me. And then even when I do go out the house, I'm also on, if you are wondering, I am striking makeup at the moment. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I am striking makeup. I have had enough with makeup. But if my hair is not looking good, I usually fall on a full beat face, and it saves me. But because I'm now trying to stay away from makeup, and there's days where if I don't iron my hair, it's not going to look like anything because of the length it is now. That is my way. I'm like, how can I feel pretty right now?
Yeah.
How can anyone want me?
Yeah, I get that. I feel with me, the times I feel most undesirable is I hate body hair and I hate shaving because shaving itches and it's just I'm like at a stage where I'm looking into laser because I can't do it anymore. And now it's like, I want to wear this cute shorts or whatever, but the spikes are just standing. No.
Oh, how fast your underarm hair grows.
Yeah. And I don't want to do it
Lay
anymore.
like this, and then you're like,
Although some people are growing it out now, embracing it. I just feel like no matter which level at my confidence I'm at, that's the one thing that just throws me off completely.
it makes a lot of sense. But now that you're saying that, yeah, I'm also not someone that likes shaving, but I'm not gonna get up right now. Even though I'm like, I don't want you to see me like this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get up and go shave.
I feel like with me, it's a combination of both of those things. But
Yeah.
they're just, I think for me, the root of it is when I'm exhausted. When I'm exhausted, I don't have the energy to shave. I don't have the energy to hydrate the curls. Then the curls just look like
Oh, that's a mission on its own.
pieces of like wool happening everywhere. And then every time I'm exhausted and I just can't, I say to him, love, please don't remember me like this, but it's not happening today. And then the next day, okay, fine, I'll get the energy. But when I'm exhausted, I just don't feel desirable at all. Like, I just want to sit and be. I want my wool, I want my unshaved, and then when I'm ready, okay, fine,
Then you'll get out of it.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm back. But until then,
I think for me, I've reached the shallow stage of not leaving the house without lashes at all.
Yeah, that's
Like
true though.
at all. Like I'll be going to like their house or my house or whatever, and then I'll be just having lashes. And guess what? We'll just be lying on the couch.
Keeping in mind she can walk to my mother's house, she'll put on lashes to get there.
Yeah. So I've really I just think that's just like waking up in the morning. It's like, angry bird face. My husband is going to sue me for.
Or those Chinese
For
husbands
fraud.
and the Indian husbands that say,
I didn't marry this.
I didn't marry this.
So I told my husband, you have to make peace with God. Like, this is the wife God gave you, so make peace. You get to see this face in the morning. No one else gets to see this.
So when was the first time he ever saw you without lashes?
Well, lashes
When you
was
met,
a
were
reason.
you-
No,
Oh,
I started
okay.
wearing lashes recently. But,
Okay.
But like, I always had makeup in terms of like I've always had my brows
full
filled
eyebrows,
in, that kind of
eyebrows.
thing.
Yes.
So you did have a bit of a shock. But I mean, the man's here 8 years later. I'm sure he's made peace
But
with
lashes
God.
and brows are an easy fix. Like if
Yeah.
you only did those two things, already you look a bit. So I
Like,
get what you
know,
mean. Yeah.
So for me, I don't have any brows, like at all, like extreme less. So Xavier's like, so you just never had brows? I'm like, no, they're there.
It's
They
in
just
now because everybody's dyeing their brows
like
blonde.
I just can't
so
get
you
used
can't
to it.
see it.
Yeah, but I can't get you. I just can't. So that's one of the things for me. And my mother said to me like, maybe you should consider the microblading one. I'm like, oh hell no. That person makes one mistake or the brow.
Yeah.
You're stuck with it. Like
Then
in the
you
morning.
can just conceal over it and then just start drawing
Have you
again.
seen my
Also, it
makeup
only
skills?
lasts like a year, isn't it?
Yeah, like everybody else. No, you know
But
what?
you're drawing your lashes anyway.
It's
You can
easier.
Your
just
brows.
conceal. I mean, your brows.
No, I can erase it and then I can fix it like immediately there on the
Erase
spot.
it, yeah.
You just wipe it off. I can fix it. I can edit it on the go.
Yeah.
So now I'm good. I think I can do that. What I am considering is the actual lashes. I've had a very bad experience with it though, where I felt like I had sand in my eyes. I was like, you know what? No, I can just do this DIY thing myself. But I'll consider that because that's not something that's lost, and you can't really mess that up, can you? Like
Well,
I'm asking for a
can.
friend.
When I used to go do the one time I was like, I'm not going back to this person. I did the one where they take it off, whatever they use to take the lashes off. And I think I was blind for like 3 hours after that.
Oh my
I
gosh.
couldn't see a thing. I just was like,
You see, I don't have those problems. I don't have maintenance problems. Me, it's an easy fix. If I can do something that's easy, like even now, like I've been
low
maintaining,
maintenance.
I've been
Yeah,
maintaining my
I
nails
get that.
for a year. Now I've just reached the point I can't do this. Drive there, sit there. I can't. Like give me an easy fix.
Yeah.
Like, lashes for
Yeah.
me in the morning is literally 2 minutes. So give me an easy fix.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to sit there a whole hour, maintaining myself. But yeah, that's me, guys.
But I also get you on the hair thing because I'm a very hairy person. Like I have too much brows. To the point where I'm always trying to like thread them or get them in control because I can get a unibrow real quick. Like
Yeah.
it's like that. But sometimes I think about laser as well. But I'm also like scared about like I'm not
the styles. I'm scared about the styles when
See?
it comes to eyebrows. One
Yeah.
minute it's the thin brow, then it's
Yeah.
the arch brow, then
Yeah.
it's the
It's a
straight
side brow.
brow. Then all those things. Like for me, I really
That's
like
why you must
the
just find
straight
your
brow.
signature style, and
Yeah, I'm
trends
in by
can
the
just.
straight brow now. I can't do that one anymore.
Yeah.
I feel weird with it if
Yeah.
I do try it.
But for me, like, I feel very confident when I've had I've only had one full body wax in my life, and it was relatively painful. But I remember just feeling so confident, like I was ready for
Yeah.
bikini vibes. I was just like, But yeah, it gets I ask myself, how do people have money to keep doing waxing and if you're going to like a professional place all the time,
Yeah,
it
the
does tend
maintenance
to
for
add up.
women.
It
Let's
does
count
add up.
that. That's
Yeah.
our way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your eyebrows, your lashes, the
Skin.
waxing everywhere, and your bikini wax is not the cheapest thing as well.
Yeah.
And some
I
you have
think
to do the lip wax as well.
That's
or-
why I'm an advocate for just try do it DIY. Try to
nails.
find a way to
Yeah.
like do it yourself. Like with
I tried to
waxing
give
that I just do
myself a
myself.
bikini wax.
Me too. And it was so sore.
Shame,
I
guys.
will never.
Guys,
I will never
Guys, I think
ever
it's just
do that
important
again.
of
It was so
knowing
sore.
when to do it. Like if it's
No, choose your struggle.
it's really important to know when to do it, because if it's during your cycle or just before, literally just after, it's extremely painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then after that, I mean, I've been doing it. Like, I
Oh,
know,
my
so you
word.
take your
You
whole
are my
ankle,
hero.
But you
put it at the
studied
back of the
that.
head.
doesn't matter. It's the same. It's putting on the wax and pulling it off. It doesn't mean the pain is less because I
No.
studied
Get
it.
to know
That
what
is
she
not that
studied
easy.
it.
The wax
You
has
and
to
you
be
knew
the
that.
right
Not for
temperature.
disclosure.
For me, not only, can I tell you where my problem is? I tried and I pull a piece and I give up. And I'm like,
Yes, you have to like hype
I just
yourself
want to
to
say,
pull
guys,
that.
you have
with my
husbands.
eyebrow. I'm
Guys,
like,
guys, you have
Leave it.
husbands. So let someone else do it. They're not going to feel the pain for you. Let them just pull it. I'm just
no.
saying.
I know.
I'm just saying.
if I
someone else
don't
pull it-
want you to see me with all that hair, why would I want you to see me taking it off?
And then there's that piece of wax
Guys,
and all the hair is in it.
Your
and-
husband can't leave you. I'm just saying. Let him
Exactly.
leave.
No, my mind just goes to
What?
There goes sexy time.
And it's funny with me because the intimate waxing, like the bikini waxing, like that stuff, I can actually handle. It's when they do a full body, like your arms and your
Yes, because your
everywhere,
body's
because your whole
threshold.
body is in pain.
Yeah, your
You've gotta do
threshold
like
is like
bicky.
Yeah.
But it does that tingle afterwards, which is nice.
No, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you.
Tingle that
So
is
what happens is you need to apply heat. So there needs to be baby powder. You need to apply the heat to get that tingle to not be there because it's not a thing.
I like it.
No, it's not a thing.
like it.
Yeah, I'm scared of you.
That pain threshold is very high.
Like I really want a neck tattoo, but I'm scared about the pain. So I was saying if I can do like half an hour sessions over a period of time, if they work out and do grids.
Yeah.
So it never looks incomplete.
So it never looks incomplete, but at the same time, I won't have the full pain one go.
Yeah.
I'll have like a half an hour today, next week the other
This
half
for
an
me
hour
is just like a
that.
conversation. Like you're just trying to figure out how can you just push your threshold for pain. Like
But they say women give birth, so
it's different. I'm sorry, it's different.
how?
It's not
For me,
different.
it's different. I'm sorry. I know that giving birth felt for me like every single bone in my body was like breaking, but I can do waxing. I just can't fathom because I've always wanted a tattoo, like a big one on my back, but I'll never do it because my threshold for pain is there to. Nah,
But that's why I don't understand why you think it's that bad if you haven't felt it.
like I just like in my mind, it's like I've had people complain how sore it is, given the fact that it's somewhere in the bone or something like that, which is. I mean, even in massage, if it's on the bone, it's sore.
Just chew
So-
a chappy, it helps.
You know what?
Just-
I'll just abstinence is the thing.
Okay, so we're going to go back to the first question now.
Oh, no.
Have you guys thought about it? Should
No.
I answer first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get the ball
Okay,
rolling,
get
then.
the ball
I'm lost,
rolling.
by the way. I'm lost.
So for me, I have two, right? That
Overachiever.
it's two different aspects. Like many a times it changes a lot based on what
Yeah.
I'm going through at the moment. So for me, I have two. One that's not really famous, but you can say YouTube famous, and then one who is not famous. So my famous one is my YouTube famous one is Raven Elise, right? I really love Raven Elise, but not that we have like much in common. She is a single mom, but I'm always really inspired by how she's getting things done without the help of a partner. In terms of, I find her as an inspiration. If she's doing this great, I have a support structure. I can do better, kind of, not really better, but I can reach that goal. In terms of her career as well, this girl is buying houses and she's just making things happen. And she's doing this off, as much as YouTube money is not the same YouTube money for us. YouTube is a career. She has been doing YouTube for 10 years. Her consistency is just something to admire, that once you start something, don't let it go. She started her YouTube channel reviewing Barbies.
I love that.
That's how young she was when she started it. Because she's
I've
only
been getting
26
Barbies
now. Is it? So she's 26 now. So 10 years ago, she was
Wow.
reviewing Barbies.
Okay.
And then time went on where she started doing the whole makeup thing. And now she literally just does mom life in terms of how she gets ready with her kid, how she even does her shopping now that
I
she has a
love
kid,
that,
and
like-
all those kind of...
When you find someone and you watch them over a long period of time,
And you see their growth.
and you see their growth and like different stages that they go through.
And that's what I like about her. Her consistency is something so much to admire, even though I'm not a single mom. Just the mere fact that she does not give up with anything.
Yeah.
She just continues going and going and going. And if you do know Raven Elise, you will see that she is a big inspiration when it comes to hairstyles. When she cut her hair, that same Monday, the Wednesday, I cut my hair. When she dyed her hair, that Wednesday, I dyed my hair. But
Yeah.
she's just, I love it to bits. And then, do you want to read something?
Yeah, real quick, just because it's to do with question just now. It's a question for Anka. Seeing as you studied, is it worth investing in skin numbing lotions for waxing, specifically bikini area? Asking for a girl with zero pain. Yeah, it is.
Okay, I would have liked if you waited when you finish my answer. But okay, go on.
Oh, sorry. I thought
Because you left me out. I said two people, but anyway, go
Oh
on.
yeah, sorry guys. But yeah, the answer is yes. It does help.
What
No.
was the question again?
Investing in numbing lotions
Numbing. So before
for
or
grooming.
for waxing. Yeah,
before or after you wax.
before.
So you put that on and then.
Yeah, then it does work. It doesn't take it away completely, but it
Do you
does
know what
help.
my question is? Sorry. How do you not? Sorry, Clayton. There is a woman that's watching, but I'm sorry about this. How
Where's
do
this
you?
going?
It's going to your sensitive section in the middle.
Yeah.
How do you protect that when you're waxing?
Now you wax.
Oh,
What?
You know,
No, you must supposed to press it to the side, isn't?
There's hair there. You want to get the
No,
hair out.
like there's like a gap, and then you just.
every time I've done it, whenever they say, okay, we're going to get here, I'm like, no, not there. I can't. Like, just the thought.
I use
is
hair
just-
remover, nah. But I
that's-
just put toilet paper
To
down the
protect.
middle. Yeah.
Isn't it painful there though? Because there's like chemicals in there.
But
Yeah,
that's why I
that is
put toilet
dangerous,
paper
yeah.
and I use sensitive, Mandy
Oh,
sensitive. It
okay.
doesn't burn, not even a bit. And then I just get into the bath and you just see everything float away.
That smell is awful though. No?
It
I
is.
can't do removal creams. Moving
My
along.
hair
you
grows
wanna-
too fast for that stuff because it
no.
costs so much. And then I have to, when I use it everywhere, and then
Your hair actually stops growing.
Mm.
It
no.
becomes
used-
like fluff.
I
It
was
literally
using-
becomes like fluff and it's so light. There's no itching, there's
So-
no poking, there's
so-
absolutely
so what
nothing.
happens-
I used
there
that
is-
stuff for like, I think 2 years, and my hair just kept growing fast.
So
Like,
the idea is it doesn't stop growing. It damages the follicle, but then the hair either grows slower or the cycle changes. So it
Mine
never
just
really-
comes like teddy bear hair.
Yeah. So if you completely stop, it's not going to be like teddy bear hair after a while.
I think laser is me right now.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
Anybody want to sponsor us about lasers? If you are watching and you have a laser,
Yeah.
all 4 of us can do
We'll
it and we
try
can
it out
come
for you.
review it. We'll come
Cleo and I will
review
go
it.
first.
I'm there.
These Gabfest make me do so that you didn't have to.
Okay, anybody else want to go jump in quickly?
Sure. I think for me right now, I'm going through a bit of a phase. Everything, it just feels overwhelming right now. And the one person who, whenever I go to her Instagram, I feel at peace is, her name is Laura Togali Navu. I hope I'm pronouncing her surname correctly. She's a youth pastor at Hillsong Church. She does so just watching like her family, just watching her, I feel like I can relate to her because of the kind of upbringing she's had, because her parents have been pastors like their entire lives. So seeing her and how she navigates being a human, just being a normal person, plus like how she does ministry as well. But then also when things get too much, how she takes like her own time. And also I feel how she incorporates her relationship with God into whatever moment she's having. She makes it look so easy. And right now she is my safe space. And here's a strange thing. These people who we connect with online we might never meet them, but they don't have, I wish that they knew how much impact that they have on us. Because like I'm saying, whenever I feel like things are too much and I go to Laura's page, just seeing like her running around, she's got 3 kids. And maybe it's also because one day I think I'd love to have 3 kids. Well, let's see after the first one. If I still
That's
feel
what
that
everyone
way.
always says, and I hate it when people say that.
Say what?
But like, yeah.
When you're like, oh, I want 3 or 4 kids, and they're like, oh, you'll change your mind after you have one.
The
yeah.
first
like-
child will school you. So let us
My
speak after
second
the
child,
first child.
my second child is schooling me.
So it's like, I think with her, like just seeing how she navigates everyday life, plus the pressure of being a public figure in the spiritual space, but also just being young, being human, and being herself. She's where I'm at right now.
She's not putting up a filter in her lifestyle. She's just being
No,
real.
even after the stuff that happened with her dad, with Pastor Brian Houston, even after all of those things, there was this post she put up the one day where she said, if my family has to be the family where unfortunately people have to learn about unfortunate things in life, then let God's grace flow through me so that you can see how we navigate this tough period, but also how the same grace that we speak about, we now have to live in. I'm not sure if I'm making any sense.
You're making sense. And that proves to what I always say when something happens and people just go silent and live on with their normal lives. there needs to be somebody, you know, when I always say, at least give your point of view on a situation. So I'm thinking of all the shows with the Miss South Africa going there with so many topics, the rape case of the one girl we spoke about that's now currently in Miss South Africa, those kind of topics. It's just by you saying that, I already want to go check her out, because I love it when somebody takes accountability, even if it's not their actions, but like you say, it's a family member's actions, but you have that ground in you to say, this is what happened and this is how we're actually dealing with it. So I'm following her.
The other day, she was talking about washing her hair, and just looking at her talking about, one day she's talking about washing her hair, the next minute she's talking about the grace of God, the next minute it's about like her kid who eats this and that. Like, it's just cool. And I think I'd love to get to a point where I'm open enough with my life, because many things I just shut everything out. I shut everything off. Like, there was, I think this year, I haven't been posting on my Instagram that much because I'm just trying to navigate where I'm at right now. But yeah, seeing someone else be comfortable with it and still deal with backlash. There was a time when they had a youth camp during, it was in between the lockdowns. The country announced a lockdown while they were on youth camp, and they had like hundreds of young people there. So they were busy there having a fun time with all the young people. The lockdown happened. People are seeing pictures of the youth camp happening, and then they were criticizing their youth ministry. So she was saying, but why don't the same journalists, why don't they ask us? And we'll tell you what happened. We were there when they announced, oh, look at me talking like I'm her. Anyway. But her openness, she's open with her
everything,
highlights, and she's open with her pain.
Yeah.
And I think I'd love to get to a point where I'm open with my pain, because I'm not at all.
Nice.
I resonate with that as well. Because I feel like if I'm going through a lot, I always isolate.
Shut down.
And I also just ask myself, like, do I want to be the person that shares all these things? I don't know. Because even this question for me is like, oh, how am I going to answer this? Because I'm not really somebody that, I have moments where I'm like online a lot. And then I have times when I'm never online. And now I'm in a phase where I'm never online. So I'm not following people. I'm not looking at this stuff. So there's nobody that I'm like, oh, I wonder how this person is doing. Or I wonder how they're handling this. Let me go and see, you know. I'm just like working on how I deal with things. So maybe I can say my future self is somebody that inspires me.
Yeah.
But I must say there is this lady. There's this lady that I've been following. I just haven't seen her page for a while. She's like, she must be about 80 years old. And she's a fashion blogger. And I love that so much, because I feel like when we talk about aging, we expect women to age a certain way and become this boring lady that with her cardigans, and, you know. And she's like so out there, and she really pulls off all these like really cool outfits. And I feel like if I get to that age, that's the person that I would want to be, like just carefree and doing my thing.
Nice. That's a good one.
Do you want to finish the second one, since I didn't interrupt you?
No, go on. It's fine. You're trying to avoid the topic.
No, not at all, guys. Not at all. Okay, so this is a difficult one for me. I don't have someone that I look up to, and there's a couple of reasons why. Because of the line of work that I'm in, and basically the role we play every single day. You find that people are human. So, you know, people have mistakes, people have, you know, so I've generally just taken out, like if I see someone and I like this trait or whatever, then I'll try to implement if it's positive in whatever I'm doing. But it's not someone that I'll watch all the time. It's not someone that I'll look at constantly to see for inspiration or whatever. I mean, when I'm feeling down, 90% of the time I call my mother. Ma, the time. My mother even knows, okay, just give me a second. Let me just get away from what I'm doing now. And, you know, so I don't really have that person, but I do take certain things. And whether it's a guy or, you know, someone that's speaking, like this week was my Matt Walsh week, so I've been binge watching on his stuff. And you find that these people are in these roles that they play, but sometimes people forget that they're human. So what happens on like YouTube or whatever, you get people criticizing. Like last week we were watching how someone was, you know, tearing Joel Osteen apart. And you find that this person maybe has a vendetta or whatever. And people forget these are human beings. They live by the grace of God and they do actions by the grace of God. Will they be perfect? No. You know, and I think that's the one thing for me. We were vlogging for a good 3 years, and we came to the point where we're like, yo, we're really exposed. People know everything about us. And you're like, the more you expose yourself, the more you should be open to people actually criticizing whatever. And because people tend to forget, people idolize you because they see you, oh, you're on TV. Meantime, it's just YouTube. Anyone can get on YouTube. And they forget that you're human. Sometimes you're going to make a mistake. Sometimes there is going to be a flaw. So for me personally, and also because where we are right now with everyone and the different integrations of, you know, beliefs, and I am what I think I am, and all of that kind of stuff, it's difficult to stay grounded.
Yeah.
So you have to say to a source, one source that, you know, keeps you grounded and keeps you with truth, because it's easy to veer from the truth. So that's basically me. So it was a difficult one for me. I don't really have a person. Sorry, Raj. Maybe you should have given that to me like last week. So I could
No, it's fine.
find
You don't
someone.
have to have a person. But I do think, though, it is very important that when you do aspire to be something or someone, or like you even use the example of, you know what you want to be. So even if you write that down and, you know, you check up on yourself, am I doing this, am I doing
Just
that?
have those checkpoints.
Have those checkpoints. But I do think it is very important to have someone, for me personally, because I would love to be somebody that someone else can look up to. I would love to live like that, where people can admire me and say, I want that character trait, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. So for me to do that to someone, for someone else to look up to me like that, I find it important that you should also look up to somebody, not all their traits, but like I say, like from Raven, that is the one thing I take from her, the consistency, because that's one thing I struggle with. I usually have a dream and then it just fades away because I don't have confidence in myself. But then looking at her pushing and pushing and pushing, and like I say, 10 years down the line, and seeing that she's able to have like 4 mansions under her name and stuff like that at 26 years old as a single mother, I think that's something to really admire. Because if she can do it, who am I can also do it. And she's posting, and she says, because she has a podcast as well where it's not brand based, so she speaks anything. So with her YouTube channel, she's not allowed to, because it's brand based. So she can't just say whatever she wants to. She can't use certain language. And on her podcast, she says a lot of things is edited out, yes, but it's mostly her everyday life. It's the language. You don't see the part where she's just sitting on the couch doing nothing and those kind of. But the other things, like I say, the career, it's really something I aspire to thingy. And then the other one is I really look up to my mom a lot in terms of spiritual. My mother, like, we've been going through the shits for the longest time. And, you know, you want to sleep until like maybe 6:30, but at 6 o'clock in the morning already you hear praying and reading the Bible and stuff like that. And it's something I really aspire to want to become, as much as you do pray, just to see that when things go wrong, she doesn't like go into negative talk. She constantly reminds herself, I believe this, I believe that, I can't let go of it now, because how is it going to come to pass if I lose my faith and all those kind of things. So that's my career side. And then my non-famous person will be my mom, and she's always been someone that inspires me. And even at this age, I really feel that she still does inspire me when it comes to religion.
You know,
Keeping true.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to still add?
Yeah, I just wanted to add to that. Me and Xavier were speaking in the weekend. We were saying that, you know, with everything going down and the state social media is and where the world is and whatnot, people tend to follow whoever is on famous on YouTube. So it's like they don't really like weigh out the options. But you get some of us that do think, okay, fine, this trait, but I don't agree with that, so I'm not going to follow that. You know, eat the meat, spit out the bone. But not everybody does it. Somebody just, you know, some of the people just follow aimlessly. Whatever they do, if they jump off a bridge, I'm going to jump off a bridge. And you realize that there's not a lot of good influences in terms of Christian based, or people who want to aspire to instill good values. There's not a lot of those type of influencers or people on social media like that. And I think that is something nice to aspire as well. It was like you said, like you look up to someone, or you aspire, not aspire, but you look at what they do. You would like someone else to say, oh, this one has a good, you know, track record, or does does good on social media or whatever. I think it's important that most of us, or some of us, must aspire to be that person. It is our ever challenge to have your life or everything out on social media.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Deep. Okay, but now we're gonna go into a game section, okay? So we're gonna play who is most likely, right? With my name, you can just put EVA if you want to put it. Don't write my whole entire name.
Yeah, guys, you
But
can shorten my
everybody's
name
name is so short. But anyway, I'm gonna ask 3 questions. Each page
name is just the
you can
longest.
write the name, right? Who you think the person is around the table. Okay.
So
I
we're
would
writing
like
one
to-
name.
One name.
So it doesn't matter if they see our names. Our cards.
You can do whatever you
Shit,
want to
is that
because
like-
we're all just writing. You literally have like 3 seconds because we can't take too much time.
I was
Okay.
so worried about you, and look at how you treat me.
So, okay, here's the first one. Who is most likely to jump onto a reality TV show?
Does it have to be someone else's name?
No, it can be your name. Just you feel who is most likely to do that
Between the 4 of us.
between the 4 of us.
Kind of reality
Any
show.
reality TV show, and then you can tell us why. Okay. Me, okay. I will think. I
No,
will
you
just
can't
say.
see it.
Okay, let's show our cards.
I almost said I made a typo.
I did put my own name though, based
Oh,
on the fact. You
No,
put Jess.
I need answers. I need answers.
Okay, I wrote you because vlogging means you were already like on a reality show, but like one of those family ones.
Yeah.
So I figured if NBC comes to you and Zave with like a deal, you guys are totally gonna say yes.
I'm not
Xavier
gonna lie, I
will
will
say
say
yes. Xavier will definitely say
I need
yes.
answers.
I just feel like Anka has this very flamboyant personality. And it will suit you so much.
Yeah, she will cause a lot of drama in the show. That's what we're looking. No, I
Yeah.
don't mean in an ugly way. I just mean in terms of
She'll add spice.
she will add that.
I will confuse your norm.
Why do you think, Jess?
Because like you had like, you know, on Instagram you have a show, and you also, you know, vocal on Instagram and all of that. So I just thought, okay, fine, you know. And I was going between the two of you, but you said that you don't want your life this. I was like, that's not gonna happen.
Me, I know Jess likes the producing side, and if she does go on camera, it will always be political. It's not
So if it's a
really
political
show your
show.
life.
Show your life.
It's not. I mean, like you say, you go off
Yeah,
social media
I
all the
do
time
a lot.
just to not show your life. Okay, so
guys.
next question is, who is most likely to have road rage? This I can answer with so much confidence.
Really? Really?
Guys, why am I writing like a 3-year-old?
I have Anka.
You even put yourself.
Oh, Anka, you came
No,
up
you're-
twice.
Know your shortcomings.
Anka's road rage is terrible.
Yeah, no.
I don't know why I
Not
chose
about-
you.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I honestly literally just carry on driving.
Benj is like, because Benji can't see, so she's just like,
Yeah, she's like
I
driving,
really can't
squinting
see,
there.
so I literally sit like
And
this.
then-
There's no time to concentrate
This
on you
person will
because
be
I'm
like
like,
whooping behind her. She's like, I'm on the speed limit, guys.
But I just don't understand why, if you are driving aimlessly, let those who know where they're,
Where they're
going,
going.
pass.
Guys,
like,
think
that's
I
one
need
thing.
to
I will
mention this.
never stay in the fast lane if I'm taking my time.
Yes,
Yeah.
there are people who do that.
But-
It's so annoying.
But here's the thing. I need to get this out of my system because I feel like road users don't know this rule.
Tell us.
You see, there are 2 lanes.
Thank
There's
you.
a fast lane and a slow-moving lane. Even if you are in the speed limit and you are slow,
Get out of the fast lane.
Yo, Anka's road rage is
I am
terrible.
true to myself.
Sometimes I'm driving and I'm like, but that was your fault.
Oh, are you one of
she's
those,
going
Anka?
Right. Here's the thing. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm heavy on the pedal. Like, if you in
can
my
see
way,
that.
get out.
You and I are
Get
spirit
out.
animals on
Get-
the road.
With Anka.
Guys, this is Joburg. Everything is at least 15 minutes away. Why are you taking your time? Yeah, no. Anyway, moving along.
Are you as
I'm with
bad?
you, girl.
You're that
Okay.
rage.
This is the whole January thing.
Yeah, I think so.
We shall just.
We've got places to go. We've got dreams to achieve. Get out of our way. Thank you.
Okay, so who is most likely to get away with murder?
Oh, no.
Okay, so I put Cleo.
I was over cute.
I almost put myself. I wanted to put Vange also.
So it's a
Why do you think Cleo?
Okay, so Cleo's got this thing, right? She's so calm. She's so like, come into my bosom type of a person. Into my bosom. But I feel like if ever she had a naughty streak, because of that, like you wouldn't even say it was
skip
her.
that one, yeah. Skip that one. It must be that one.
I also chose her for that reason. In my mind, I'm like, everything is just so spiritual in terms of what is your card saying today? So
I do that.
So you won't suspect.
So I almost put my own name, but for the fact that I'm a terrible liar and my guilt, I don't deal well with guilt. For those two reasons, I didn't.
But if
choose
nobody
myself.
suspects you, you'll just keep quiet. Or
I feel like I would out myself
out yourself.
eventually.
Okay, if you farted and no one knew who farted, would you own the fart or would you just let it be?
I would probably own it, depending who is there.
depending,
I'll just run away.
depending if you're going to jail, will you own it?
Oh no,
So
guys,
see,
that's
then you
one
can
place
get
I'm
Yeah,
not
but
going.
fart
can
and
get
murder is
definitely
not
gonna get away with it.
That's why you'll be able to get away with it. Why did you put my name?
I just feel like also you have this very like soft nature.
Like you have a blank stare, like you're just like.
Yeah. So I feel like you
Someone asks you.
can act like Anka. The attitude, would never. Anka would never. I feel like
I'm a horrible liar.
I feel
though.
Anka's personality would brag about it.
Like,
You'll
I'm
be
just a
like,
horrible
oh, I
liar."
watched this documentary, and Anka would be like, oh no, that documentary, do you know what I did?
yeah. Or she didn't do it properly. Let me tell you how you're
Let me
supposed
tell
to
you how
do
you're
it.
supposed
Yeah.
I think she's doing best in it.
Jess, you would just leave me to the lions like this. I'm
Sorry,
just a terrible
Anks.
liar, and I don't deal well with guilt either. So yeah, I'll out myself.
So you'll
like,
just out
I'll
yourself.
be like,
be
it was me.
Anyways, moving along swiftly, why nobody thought it was Jess?
Why didn't anybody think
You
it
too
was
politically
me?
Well,
correct.
well,
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
that's true.
you'll be
Yeah. I have
You'd
been.
be like,
yeah.
guys, the problem is me.
Yes. You should sentence me properly.
Give me the
that
hand.
all
What are you
That's
giving
5
me?
years, guys.
I
You should not read
surrender.
the law. The law says 25 years.
I think you would talk to me. You're too politically correct. You'd be like, who's in charge? You see, ANC.
I can see that.
Y'all know me too well, man.
Yeah, okay. So here's a would you rather. I don't know. You don't have to write. Do you have to write this down? Maybe just put
No, I
one
think we can
word.
talk about it.
Or maybe just put one word.
Okay.
So this is would you rather, not who would rather. Like who would most likely. Would you rather have anyone you know be able to read your thoughts, or for everyone you know to have access to your internet history?
Yo.
Yo, that one's easy.
So I went with internet
Yep.
thoughts.
Yo,
I
Yeah.
went with thoughts also.
Please explain this
because,
thought.
because, for example,
Okay.
let's say you have Marilyn Manson in your internet history. That doesn't explain your intention for why. So yes, the thoughts, yes, that is invasive, but someone would be able to say, okay, that's why she went there. She was in this state of mind, or
No, but I'm
But
thinking
internet
like, if
history-
somebody just walks in and, sometimes thoughts is just like,
my own
who
thoughts
the
came in.
hell?
Yeah, but that's honest. At least then
My
people
own
know
thoughts
where they
came in.
stand with you.
Yeah, but sometimes it's
Yes.
not meant ugly in terms of I like you. But,
Yeah.
or maybe sometimes you're really just saying something that's grating my toes right now and you're like, can this person shut the up?
All I want to say is thoughts. When someone knows your thoughts, they don't know how you're feeling when you think those thoughts. Like you're saying it with like adoration about this person though. So all they hear is this person though. So they could be interpreting.
So if you're googling funny
did he say?
things,
So I'd rather go with the.
I'll do internet because I
have
don't
a funny-
Google any
yeah,
funny
I don't
thing.
have a funny.
I find
Google
what's
a lot.
interesting with me is that my feelings are uncensored, but my thoughts, I'm always censoring even my thoughts, but my feelings don't lie. And often I'm in contradiction there.
So here's the thing: the
Spirit
reality.
animal.
The reality of the matter is you feel the way you do because you think what you think. So that's why they don't. It comes after the fact. But
Maybe, yeah.
for me personally, I know
I
I don't
do
Google.
internet.
I
I
don't
don't
have
Google
shady
funny
things in
stuff.
there. You can have my internet history.
Although lately I've been wanting to Google shady things.
see.
You should have gone with thoughts, girl, because you're just letting your thoughts
I
go.
will still end up thinking it anyway. So
I
you'll
think-
still know either way.
Yeah.
So we were sitting around the table, girl chat. And there were certain things we were like, for a man can do so much for a woman to feel pleased in certain ways. But like being married a virgin, right? So many years later and certain stuff. There's really some things I want to Google out to spice up certain stuff.
And that's totally
Yeah,
there's
there's
so
nothing
many
wrong with
places where you can learn things. So Google away. But I think you didn't put
My
down.
kids use my phone. I can't Google on my internet.
The
That's
reason
why
why
you were so quick to say my internet, because my kids.
I think she said internet because you speak your thoughts a lot.
I
Your
do, I don't
you don't
really,
really hide your thoughts much.
True though.
Not a bad thing.
How my thoughts scare me, you can have an internet access.
Let's see what you internet last night. Huh? How to kill Vange.
No, that I watch Crime Channel for. So no one can suspect you. You must know.
You see why I say she will out herself. Oh no, I know how to do it.
You watch Crime Channel. And then also...
And there was no hesitation.
Crime
with that.
Diary.
None.
Okay. Would you walk
This is how I'll
to
do it.
would you walk to work in heels or drive to work in reverse?
Yo.
Reverse.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drive to work in reverse. I
I'll
can't even
do
stand in
heels,
heels.
Because in my
Walk.
mind I will think I'm losing weight and I'm getting fit, I'm toning my legs.
Yeah, no. My toes. No, guys.
Reverse, you see how
We
I
all chose
drive
that.
going straight.
Yeah, no, you say for with the
In
heels.
reverse is worse.
I'm
Our
gonna,
best interest,
I'm gonna go
guys.
fix my glasses
Yeah,
on Monday,
only
guys.
challenge I have is that you can't gear it up in reverse, so you can't go from first.
Faster.
You just have that one.
But you'll be able to overtake nicely.
I will.
Okay. Would you rather have skin that changes color based on your emotions or tattoos appear all over your body depicting what you did yesterday?
Say that again.
Would you rather have skin that changes colors based on your emotions, like a mood ring, or tattoos that appear on what you did the day before? All over your body.
I'm wearing a mood ring today.
Are you wearing a mood
And I
ring?
chose skin change.
Is it? I chose tattoos because my dream is to be so tattooed up, but then it must go away after a while.
What if you do funky things?
I don't do funky things. Like Jay says, I speak already.
Yeah, no.
I would have already told you I did it.
Yeah, no, it's the color for me.
I just
I mean,
really
my
love
kid
tattoos,
has
eh?
this fascination with telling me how light peach I am, so I think color will do me good.
Scarlett always asks me, Mama, why is Anka the only peach person in
my,
the house?
my own child, and that's like a topic. That's like a contagious
That's
topic.
so funny.
Because it's the first thing. They're like, no, not Grandpa Peach, not Teacher Pam Peach, Mommy Peach. She's
Oh,
a
you have
light
a special
She has
shade
Yeah, like
of
I'm really
peach.
peach. So she asked me why am I the only one in the entire family that's this
Yeah.
peach? Because not even my brothers or sisters, my
Scarlett
mom.
also always asks me why you
I'm
peach.
the drop in the bucket. So there's a fascination about it. So yeah, my colors will do me good.
Okay. Then, you don't have to write this, just quick.
Before you go on, can I just read quickly? Lady S, she's watching. I agree, Evangelique. We must have at least that one person, especially with character traits, and to be consistent is key. And then, oh shame, Ashadine was commenting there. Anka. Ashadine, you better tell me for what you fingering me out here for.
For everything, Anka.
It looks like it was Anka the whole time. Yo.
Just Cleo.
I'm hot topic.
Cleo
here
got
today.
away with murder. Okay, so here's a question, right? What is the most stress? This is Cleo's one. What is the most stress relieving thing you can do or get under 200 Rand? I just started laughing when she asked me.
I didn't think about it that way. But, okay.
Must I go seeing that
Yes.
I have? Mine is free.
What is yours?
Sexy
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
My mind, to be
Yours
honest, my mind did
really
not even
unsafe.
My
go
mind
there.
wasn't even like there.
It's a whole uncensored. I'm going last, by the way, just disclaimer. But it's uncensored here today.
But no, seriously, it's cheap. It relieves stress.
Yes.
If you have a partner, it's under 200. Well,
Wow.
But you have a piggy bank or what? Like, I'm just asking.
No,
Like,
it's free. That's what I'm saying. So you
I
don't
know.
Oh wow, the horn.
So I'm saying you don't have to go out looking for gigolo or whatever.
I'll pay for dates.
But you know,
Okay.
you don't have to pay for toys. You don't have to anything.
Mine was a super simple answer of just going outside in nature. I don't know where. So let's
It's
hear.
true though.
Let's
I
hear.
like that one.
Let's
as
hear the
well.
other two.
I think I'm riding on your
But
one.
I think my
Yeah.
husband will prefer my answer.
I'm sure you will.
Let's hear you guys. Nature is still. I like nature. I'm very nature. I love nature.
Combine the two.
Combine the
Mine
two.
is free too, guys.
With nature. What's your one?
Sleep.
Doesn't it make you stress more? Do you know how I panic when I sleep if I know
How
I'm
do you
supposed
fall
to do
asleep if
something?
you
If I'm stressed, I sleep. If I'm feeling under, I sleep. It's an easier way to just, because if I sleep, it's not there. I don't dream about it, nothing. I just.
No, I think
Interesting.
24/7.
Also, I'm a cheap skater, so like I go bargain shopping. So my 200 rand will avail me much.
What will you get for that? I'm so interested to hear.
You can get a few.
A few.
Yeah, like a few. You can either get like a few tops or something.
Yeah, in
or-
town there's a lot of 10 rand tops.
Yeah, you can get- I'm a cheapskate. Like I like to buy things like bargain hunt. So yeah, and I've there's ways. And this is Joburg,
And
guys.
thrift
I
shopping.
always say this is Joburg. Whenever you find something, you can always find it cheaper. So yeah.
What's yours, Jess? You're thinking really hard, eh?
Mine is Cleo's. I really had
Nature.
to think hard. Like, yeah, no, a walk, it just completely
Yeah.
clears my mind. So,
Guys,
I don't know, maybe it would be a combination of the outside and the inside.
Okay. The outside and the inside.
No pun intended. Listen.
Because you know there are those like... Because you know there are like those like game lodges where like you have your own section, but it's
Yes.
the kind of outdoors,
Yeah,
but
I
also
get that.
you can have sexy time. I'd love to do
know
that.
from you guys. Like I go on walks for one reason, because it keeps me regular and it keeps my child regular. However, I hate walking. I need to know what are you guys walking from? Because in my mind, if you're jogging it's because you're so stressed, you're running away from something, or you're walking away.
I'm not walking. I'm just like sitting outside. And the
you're
thing is, like,
sorry.
the reason why it's
It's
not
touching,
relaxing.
it helps
touching
with
the
stress.
ground.
Yeah,
Walking is
and
not
there's a lot of
relaxing.
things to
Must just be
focus
bare
on.
feet.
Yeah.
Yes,
Touch the
ground
ground.
yourself.
It actually works, eh?
Yeah, no, I'm not walking anyway.
Okay.
I love running.
Yeah, for me it's
cross-country.
walking.
Okay.
And I think when I walk and I have my favorite podcasts on, I don't know, it takes me to my highest self, and then I feel like
My
I'm
anxiety
good.
could never. I'll be taking out a look. Is
Yeah.
someone following me?
And we live in a safe environment, but I'm still like, yo, is it like
Yeah.
there's snake? Is there
walks,
like there's
I
something?
have
Yeah.
two little
Tails.
tails
Yeah.
that follow me, and it becomes a not so fast. Be careful, you're gonna fall.
Yeah.
Mm.
Get out of the road. It's the same thing for me. So Xavier's taken up running, but now we can't walk because then I have to go alone with the girls, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not about that life. I haven't
I
reached
get
that level of maturity. When I'm grown one day, I'll do those things.
Okay, then here's a question. Have you ever disliked something and then changed your mind on that something? So it could be something good, you thought it was something good, and then afterwards it's like, oh, maybe not. And then
This is a deep question.
It is a deep question.
it
'cause
was Cleo's question.
I can't
It
think
was
of a
Google's
specific one,
question.
but
I don't even have an answer for that.
And you're like, I think this is a really good one. I think this is a really good one.
I can't pinpoint one, but
Yeah,
but
a
I've done
few.
it before. You know,
What
I've-
have you done before?
But that's the thing, I can't pinpoint, but I know that I've changed my mind a couple of times, like where I'd be like really interested in something. I'm like, you know what, it's not as cool as I thought it was, or as
Yeah.
interesting.
Or
Or
maybe
even
the
like
other
a
way
trait in
around.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is actually a person.
Yeah, yeah.
When I met
But you don't want to mention names.
when I met Dr. JJ Tabani the first time, I was doing a show called what show was I hosting? One Day Leader. Yo, guys, my memory these days. I was hosting One Day Leader, and he said something because I was filling in for a host who went to Russia. So then he said something to me that made me question, like, do you believe in what I'm about to do? Yes, I'm going to fill in, but I'm not going to be like the person
That was
who was hosting the show. I am my own person. And he gave me like the side eye. You know that side eye that he gives people on the show?
Yeah.
So then years later, I met him again at Newsroom Africa, and he was hosting, he would have those vents
I like
rants.
his vents.
He would have
His
those
rants.
rants. And at that time, I didn't know him well, but now he was a colleague. So the more I got to know him as a person, you realize he's actually like a really cool person. You know, so I think for me, I've had many instances where my first impression with you was, oh, so this is who you are. Later, when I have more interaction with
You're
you,
like,
yeah.
I've had that before, and but the person knows who it is. I've spoken to her about it, because when I initially met her, she would just give a dead stare, like
Yo.
you got the cat dragged in, and I got to know her like a year or two later, and we really tight, and she's the most amazing person. And it's like, oh, okay, maybe you should take the time to get to know someone before you just decide. You
I
know?
always get that. When you said that, that's why I started laughing. Because do you know how many times people ask, sorry for my
you the
language
person?
now. And they're like, I always thought you're such a...
But why would
B.
people think that?
But
She's
you're actually
quiet.
not. You're a really
Oh.
nice person.
Quiet,
And
Do you
I'm
have
like,
resting
but
bitch face?
I do, yeah. But
Yeah,
I'm
face is
quiet.
like
I only speak when spoken to.
But what you don't realize, sometimes you, like when you're in thought or whatever, and a lot of people do this, they don't realize that that person's thoughts are not with you, whatever. But then
Yeah.
so you got this blank, so you're just like,
Yeah.
you know. So that happens to you a little bit more often than it does to other people. So
Yeah.
so people misinterpret
Okay.
that.
I get that so much. So I need to check myself now.
No, they must check
Anything-
themselves.
What would yours be?
I don't know.
Mrs. I chose the questions.
I've been thinking. I always feel like maybe it's traits with people, and I'm not able to pinpoint anything, so I can't give an example. But like sometimes you'll see a trait in someone, and sometimes you have to go through certain experiences in life to understand why maybe that person is like that, or they did that for this reason. And that's where the change of heart or of mind comes from, is going through certain experiences. And I feel like it would make more sense if I had an example, but
Yeah, but I
do
understand
not.
what you're trying to say.
or maybe it's like divorce. Someone gets divorced, you're like, oh, I will never get divorced. Divorce, this, and this. And then you start seeing flames in your marriage.
And then,
Ooh, I
yeah.
understand.
So I
start
was
to
about
choose
to say
yourself.
that now. I was
Yeah.
about to say, for me, it would be single versus getting married.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of things I believed in terms of a single. When you're single, you have these kind of expectations of what marriage is supposed to be and stuff.
Yeah.
Stupid example, even Lee had a show on it, The Blaine Guy, right? So for me, if I was single, I would believe what he was saying, but when they speak about the alpha man and everything like that. And when you're single, I find that a lot of women who are single and not in a relationship, they are okay with a man leading a relationship, right? But once you get married, it's something totally different. And when I was single, it was like, yeah, the man wears the pants, the man this, the man controls the finances, the man this, the man that, and you just queen, like they say in that video. But once you're married and you're in a relationship, for me, I find that's where my things come. I find it difficult because I am a person as well. I found that when I did do yes, you know, sorry, I'm doing this in terms of the bow down kind of a thing. You start losing yourself bit
Yeah.
by bit by bit by bit. I'm not saying it's yours and it's mine, but there must be a form of communication in terms of, if we are making a decision, let us make a
the
decision,
decision.
because we
partnership.
have become one. So that's where my thing comes in. When I was single, I had a lot of things that I was like, this is how I want marriage to be, this is what the Bible says, this is that. But after getting married, a lot of my thoughts have changed in terms of what am I worth and what are you telling me I'm worth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
But
yeah.
that is true, like, just, and I think it happens as we grow older, or you guys can tell me if you agree, but when we're younger, we're very like,
Me out here trying to think, are you saying we're old?
There's no
or
flexibility.
like, they call it the post-adolescent idealistic phase, where in your 20s, everything is like, it's going to be like this, it's going to be like this, then life just goes, pa, 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 pa,
Then
pa.
life
By the
teaches you
time you get to
lessons.
30, it's
You're
like,
like,
maybe,
maybe.
okay. Like,
Maybe I'm not judging that 40-year-old that did not have.
I saw someone, he's in his 40s now, but he acts like really, really young. So when you meet him, you won't know that he's 40. So his post was, I just want to say sorry for all the people who I called old, and who were 40 and I called them old when I was 18. I just want to apologize.
True story though. But we have come to the end of the show.
Aww.
this was a fun one.
It was. And there were
Yeah.
still so many.
Yay.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us for another Gabfest. And today was a get to know us. I hope you guys did enjoy it.
And get to know us.
Yeah, enjoy getting to know us.
I got to know Cleo a lot.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I found some common ground. It was like, oh, okay.
It's nice.
I do feel like I do that, and it's not intentional. I feel like I observe a lot, so it's not that I mean to be to myself. Like if I'm one-on-one with somebody, I feel like my personality like grows this much. But yeah, I think it's also happening with age. I'm getting to a stage where
You're confident in yourself.
Yeah.
You're comfortable.
I'm owning it.
You're owning it.
Do you guys have any more questions for any of us? Want to get to know something of us? Drop a comment in the
There's a
comment
comment,
section.
isn't?
Vange, ha 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 ha.
Oh.
Taking that. I'm assuming that's my previous thing, but okay. So, and Jess, anything you want to say? So nice to have. We should be here more, but it's so lekker when we're all together.
Yeah.
But
I just think that just hold on right now to what makes you happy, because life is tough and I think we can all get through it together. But hold on, sister, hold on.
hold on.
Better days are coming.
Just a little.
Uncle's like,
Amen.
it's like your mind went to load shedding.
Am I going to load shedding?
Are you have anything to say, Unks, to say goodbye?
Yeah, guys, just stay true to yourself. There's a lot happening where we are now. We are in
Sorry.
funky times, so stay true. Find a proper grounding. The Bible. Find a good church. Find a good counselor. Just find something that will keep you true to who you are. And yeah, don't just go after what everybody else says. Just be you.
Yeah, and take care of yourself, mind, body, and soul.
Yeah. True story. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope to see you guys next week. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.